Alright, I'd like to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakahakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great milestone. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. This is your brother, Ahmad Bayan, coming to you with another video through the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakahakadash. Now, this little video I'm doing here is to highlight what about you women, not the faithful aquats who trying to stay sincere out here and faithful to your husbands. Not y'all. I talking about the 2/3. I talking about the rest of them who don't want to seek Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, right? And who wants to keep this feminist kind of behavior and this kind of masculine behavior, right? Now, before I get into that part there, this gentleman here, Aaron Russo, Aaron Russo was an American entertainment businessman, film producer, and director, right? He have passed away. Right? He died from cancer, I believe. Yeah, so they say. Yes, lucky. Yeah, he had did an interview, and he had spoke and brought out a lot of information about the banking families, which is the Rockefellers and them, starting with them actually, and well, these are videos, these are movies here that are just running through here. Some of y'all might know these videos, some of y'all mightn't. But this is the stuff that Aaron Russo actually did, So, yeah, he's a person that he did an interview here, right? He did an interview about the Rockefellers, right? And one of them, he was his good friend, right? And he brought out a lot of information on them, talking about what they did, and what their plans are and whatnot. And this interview was some years back, right? Some years back, this interview was way before the 9/11 with Osama bin Laden and them, right? And I will get into more videos with those things, but this here is about you women, right? So I hope this will be edifying to you. So let me see.
Rough being socialistic. We have to convince people that socialism is really capitalism. Well, one of the things they told me was that he was at the house one night, and we were talking, and he started laughing. He said, "Aaron, what do you think women's liberation was about?" And I said, I had pretty conventional thinking about it at that point. I said, I think that women have the right to work, getting equal pay with men, just like they won the right to vote. And he started to laugh. He said, "You're an idiot." And I said, "Why am I an idiot?" He said, let me tell you what that was about. We, the Rockefellers, funded that. We funded Women's Lib, and we're the ones who got all of the newspapers and television, the Rockefeller Foundation. He says, and you want to know why? He said, there were two primary reasons. And they were, one reason was we couldn't tax half the population before Women's Lib. And the second reason was, now we get the kids in school at an early age. We can indoctrinate the kids how to think, which breaks up the family. The kids start looking at the state as the officials, as their family, not as the parents teaching them. And so those are
Hey, Salakia, yeah. So you hear that they funded women's lips, right? And um, they also have these children going to school at an early age to to brainwash them, most likely, right? In better terms, right? To brainwash them. So this is just to show you how Esau Edom, you know, is the wicked. You know, he is the wicked. He get the blessing of the sword. He have the money. He have the power on this queendom, actually. In this queendom, actually, you know, on this earth, he have all that power, right? Because they control the banks. They have the paper money printer. They print money. They no other country could get money through them. No, Salakia, no other country could get money on their own, but them alone have to distribute the money, right? And this showing you the power they have over all nations right now, right? Especially the Hebrew Israelites, right? Us Hebrew Israelites. Now, let's get back into this part here.
the primary reasons for women's lib. We're trying to get up to that point was a noble thing. You know, when I saw their intentions behind it, where they were coming from when they created it, the thought of it, I saw the evil behind what I thought was a noble venture.
And here we are years later after Aaron Russo points out that this is not a capitalist or free market country.
Right. Now, with Esau Edom here, I'd like to go in some scriptures here. Right. Salakia. This is Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10, and this is going into the video that you just saw there. You know that these Edomites, these Esau, these wicked people, they boy them real evil boy. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10, and it reads, "Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness." Right? And that is to show you how this this video that I just showed there, he does so much to try to deceive people, to try to deceive the world, that you see and how much he will go into just to deceive somebody. This verse 11 here. Though he humble himself and go crouching, right? That means, like, you know, he tried to play the victim. He tried to play, well, you know, he's so innocent and nothing ain't go, you know. He come in to you, towards you with peace. You know, yet he does still draw sword, you know. And the sword, the modern day sword, you don't know what is a modern day sword, and really and truly a modern day sword is anything that could cause death. That, you know, any kind of weapon, you know, it could be weapon, it could be biological weapon, it could be a physical weapon, you know, any of these sort of stuff that Esau Edom brings out, he causes destruction, basically, you know. That's his blessing. Yet take good heed and beware of him, right? And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his wrath has not been altogether wiped away, right? So that's just to show you, yeah, Esau Edom is a liar, you know. This devil, he goes into a lot of wickedness, you know. That's his blessing, that's his nature, wickedness, right? He is the wicked that the Bible speak of, right? Now I want to go into Genesis. I don't want to take it from here. Select here. I'll go to the blue letter. Genesis. This is Genesis, I think, 2. It's not about me. Yeah. I'll be jumping from scripture to scriptures, you know. I just want to prove a little point here. Right, so I'm going to just read this little part here. And out of the ground, this is Genesis 2 and 19, and out of the ground, Yahweh, thy power formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam. Right? So everybody knows Adam. To see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof, right? And that's to show you that Adam was Yahweh Shai, right? Because he named all the creatures, everything on the earth, right? That's the only begotten Son of Yahweh, right? Which the world is ignorantly called Yahweh, right? And whatever other crazy ass name they want to call him, right? Now, his name is Yahweh, and his son name is not what everybody is ignorantly called Jesus Christ. That's not his name. His name is Yahweh Shai, right? Now, why it is I come here is to show you that, you know, Adam was created first. It was not woman, right? Because a lot of you women out here just have a way of thinking, like, you know, you all feel all here is the number one thing, you know, the prize, and all you're wrong. All you're not the prize. All the men are the prize, not the women, right? Now, verse 20 reads, and Adam gave names to all cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found an helpmeet for him. Right? Now we're going into this part here. Verse 21. And it reads, and Yahweh, thy power, caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept, and he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which Yahweh thy power had taken from man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man, which is Adam, right? And all men, right? And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Right? So let me see. This is verse 24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife. Right? You see, it's saying cleave unto his wife. We get into that just now. and they shall be one flesh. Right? Now, let me go into the meaning of cleave.
Strong's H 1692. Davak. Davak.
Davek.
And the form just below that, Davake. Davake.
Alright. Now, we're looking at the word cleave. To cling, stick, stay close, cleave, keep close, stick to, stick with, follow closely, right? So you're seeing all these things, overtake, right? Catch, alright. I will say, yeah, right? So you're seeing what cleave goes into, right? This pole here to be joined together, right? Now, let me go back, right? Right. And now this showing you also that, and shall cleave unto his wife, right? So when they cleave together, that basically they join, they had sex with each other, right? It have other, let me see which one is that way. It's just to show that sex is marriage, right? For those of you who don't believe in that and feel and study in the Christian way of thinking, that the Christian church and them teach earlier, that if you have sex if you had sex before marriage, that's abomination to the Lord. No, that's actually you getting married there. That is not no sin when it is you had sex with the person. But the thing about it, if you had sex with somebody who was already taken, that is where you're going off, right? So if it is a man had sex with a woman that is already belonging to another man, he and she also did a sin, right? Right? And vice versa, the other way around also, So the only way you could not sin is if it is a man go on to a woman that is a virgin, right? And you can't just take a woman just up like that, ups yourself and take a woman just so too. You had to go through her father actually, You had to go through her father. But let me bring up the next scripture there to just prove that. Genesis again, Genesis 24 and 67. Go straight down. Alright. And it says, and Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent. We all know what is a tent, right? And took Rebekah, right? He took Rebekah, and she became his wife, right? Now let me go into the word took.
Strong's H 3947. Lakach. Lakach.
Lakeh. Right, lakeh. Alright. Now we read and see what we have here. To take, get, flitch, lay hold of, right? Seize, receive, right? Right, saying buy, bring, marry. What it's saying here? What it's saying here? Marry, right? And what it is he just say? Took. And what it's saying here? Marry. Alright. So you're seeing that for yourself. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent and took Rebekah, and she became his wife. Right? He married Rebekah, and she became his wife. And he loved her, and Isaac was conformed after this mother's death. Right? So that's that's just to show you that sex is marriage, right? So a lot of you women who, and men also, but this is about the women. A lot of you women who believe that all you could have multiple men, a man to carry her out on your to do your bees, and plus carry it here and there to get this and get that, and then you have an next man to talk to over the phone, to pull a talk to, an next man to carry it to dinner, an next man to hang out with, an next man to just have him beating you out every so often, an next man to be doing the same thing to you, an next man to be paying your bills and so on. You know where this go with all you. All you know how it is go. I had to go all on, and if it is I want to go on and on, I will be going on and on for real long with all you with that shit, But that's just to show you that all you are not, all your sex is marriage, and all you basically all you basically going off, all you're going off, because a man could have more than one wife, right? A man could have more than one wife. Could have nothing in the scripture where it tells you that you can't have more than one wife. It's only Christianity tell you, and Esau Edom comes up with this stupid narrative that men can't have more than one wife and these kind of things. You have to, if it is you go with another woman, you're basically in for a divorce now, and she have all rights to take what she want and all that bullshit. Esau Edom is the devil, right? He is the devil, and devil, the name devil goes into that's deceiver, right? He's just a deceiver, right? Now, as speaking about a deceiver with Esau, I'm jumping back here to Genesis again, right? And this Genesis 3, right? And this here is just speaking about Esau, showing you that, So let me go into it. Now, this is Genesis 3 and 1, and it reads, Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which Yahweh thy power had made. And he said unto the woman, Ye had power said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. Right? Now, going into the word tree, that's not a physical tree he's talking about. He's talking about the ways of the other nations, the ways of the heathens. Because at the end of the day, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai did not deal with the other nations like how he dealt with the Hebrew Israelites. Right? Now, verse 2 reads, And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, power had said, Ye shall not eat of it. neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. Right? And that does going in to that as I say, that goes into the ways of the other nations, the way how they does this stuff, the abominable meat that they eat from the other beasts, and these things they always going off, you know. They did not get laws, statutes and commandments to follow, right? They just heathens. They are created for vengeance. They are created to be under us Hebrew Israelites, right? They was never meant to be over us, right? We have the true power, which is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, right? We have laws, statutes and commandments. All the other heathens always wanted to be like us, right? That's why they have all these idols and whatnot, because they try to be so much like us. They feel left out, right? This verse 4 here. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die, right? And that's not physically die, like, you know, you eat you follow the ways of the heathens and thing, and as soon you follow it, you just, you know, you just drop down dead. Just so you will die, yes, you know, you will die. But in this way, how it is they put it with the tree, the Christianity teach us that, you know, is a apple. Is an apple. Eve went and pull from the tree, and she gave Adam it to eat, and both of them were dead and all kind of shit like that, you know. But it goes into where you go into where the Eve and Adam went into the world where it is they was not go, where they wasn't to be in, you know. They wasn't to be following the ways of the heathens and whatnot, you know. That's why they, you know, that's why you will get your death after, right? But we are going to that now. This is verse 5. For power doeth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. Right? This serpent here. This serpent here, you don't know what is a serpent. Serpent is a snake, right? Now, this here goes in, Salakia for not showing you this earlier, but this goes in subtile. Let me see what subtile is, because as I say, it's not a physical serpent. It's not a snake. It's not a snake that was just running around, you know, sliding his way around and thing. That is the way of Esau Edom. That's the way. That is his nature. He's a snake. He's a serpent. He's a wicked person. He's a devil. He's a deceiver, right? Subtile, right? Let me see.
Strong's H, 6175. Arum. Second entry, Arom.
All right. Subtile means subtile, shrewd, crafty, right? Crafty, sly, sensible, crafty. You understand? Prudent. So that is how this individual is, right? He is a very crafty, sly person, right? He know what he was doing. He know he was drawing the woman, he was drawing Eve towards him to get her to follow the ways of his whereabouts, right? And what Eve did. Let's see what Eve did. Right? So let me read over verse 5 here. For power doeth know that he, Salakia, that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, right? Meaning that she started to learn new stuff, and she started to get more understanding, where she understand that what she was doing now was she was going off, right? And that it was pleasant to her eyes, and a tree to be desired, right? Meaning the ways of the heathens and whatnot, there was more, to be desired to them, right? To make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat, right? So that was just to show you that, this serpent, which is, it goes back with Esau, Edom, and them, and these Edomites and them, these other nations and them, all of them, they wicked. You understand? They are wicked. But Esau, Edom is the top wicked, right? He's the ringleader. As I say, because before that he get the blessing of the sword, he get rulership. Now I want to read down the whole thing. I'm trying to kind of shorten this video. I'm gonna just read this part here, and I might jump down to just get straight to the point. And they heard the voice of Yahweh, thy power, walking in the garden in the cool of the day, and Adam and his wife hid themselves, right, from the presence of Yahweh. Power, all thy Salakia, of Yahweh thy power, amongst the trees of the garden. And Yahweh thy power called unto Adam, and said unto him, Where art thou? And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid, because I was naked. Meaning he didn't know about he didn't know about the way of the way of the other nations. He was naked. He had a lot of guilt on him, right? He had a lot of guilt on him, and I hid myself. Slakia. And he said, this is verse 11, and he said, Who told thee that thou was naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree? Right? So he meaning, like, you went into you went out there, and you went and play all yourself around the other nations, the other people and them. You learn ways of them. Thereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat. And it have a question mark there, right? And the man said to the woman, Whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat. Right? And Yahweh thy power said unto the woman, What is that thou hast done? Right? And the woman said, The serpent beguiled me. And that is what this go through. That is what has happened till this day. Right? Till this day. These things just happen with all the woman and them. Right? And I did eat. That's the things that does actually happen. Because you women and them out here, you all is you're so proud and so full of yourself. You all don't even realize that anybody come to all your give all a little sweet talk and all the ears here and there, all they quick to pick up on that and be like, hey, you know, all they done stand to get deceived already. You know, anybody could come and tell all any lie, all they just believe anything. All these people, all the women is, all they just had a seed to believe. That's why all they don't believe in these scriptures. When we on the highways and byways out there, we pushing. A lot of you women basically just like to walk, scoff and laugh and mock. You know, that's what all they just be doing us, right? Or they don't say, well, you know, let we listen to the gospel, let we listen to the good word. Or they don't even study that, right? Now I want to kind of skip down, as I say, to some other verses to try to get straight to the point of what it is trying to tell all here. Yeah, right. I'm gonna jump to verse 15 here. Verse 15 here. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, right? And between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel, right? Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband. Right? You see that? And he shall rule over thee. Right? So, and this here, let me just read this part out. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake, in sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. Right? Right? And if you read down, you go ahead and read down, and you will see the rest on time. As I say, I don't want to make the video too long. I just want to get to some parts here to show you where things came from, you know. Why it is, you know, childbearing will be so hard for, why childbearing does be hard for your woman, you know. Because of these things, because of the woman, you know. The woman is the one who, and let me get that script here. You know, that's just to show you how all the women, how you women and them, you all follow the serpent, right? But it was deceived by the serpent, right? Right, and this while going in here too, it will show you that, you know, that Eve is the one that was deceived, you know, because you women and them, as I say, you all put all yourself on this pedestal. These Sims and them just put all you up on a even higher pedestal, right? And you all have men doing all kind of thing. All they have men, or they have multiple men for different stuff, you know. As soon as a man have multiple women, that's some kind of disgrace, you know. That's some kind of off thing. That's what Esau Edom teach earlier, and that goes back into the same video that I showed earlier at the beginning of the video, right? With Aaron Russo speaking about what the Rockefellers, you know, the banking family did. They fund all those things. Those people is the people who have the money to do these kind of things. Once you have money, you have power, right? Once you have money, you have power, and this is what they do. Or they lean on the government, or they leave on Esau Edom to protect all you, right? Which is with a set of lies they just protect all you with, right? Now, this is This is First Timothy. Let's see if I can find the script here. Right. This First Timothy 2:14, and it reads, "And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression." Right? So that's just to show you that with the serpent that had made that appearance, that Edomite, that other person from the other nation, when he made that appearance unto Eve, and he taught Eve all the wicked ways, how they does thing, you know. That is like if it is your, that's like if it is your you leave you leave from one country and you go to another country, right? And you learn the ways of how those people live, or the kind of food they eat. You eat the food, you buy the food, you know. You have somebody carrying you around, teaching you teaching you their heritage and whatnot. These are the things that they did, you know, and these are the things that Eve and Adam had end up harking on to, right? That is why everything is like this today, right? But let me go into another script here. There. This is Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah 10:2, and it reads, "Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of the heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them." Right? And that's just to show you. That's just to show you. The same thing what I just say there, you know. Learn not the way of the heathen. That is what Eve did. Right? Eve went out there and did that. Right? Although she was taught not to do that. And that is one of the main reasons why it is y'all women don't have that or you don't have that power. You know, Esau give all that in all your head, that all you have that power, but that is not the Lord way. Right? So all you who doing that, all you better repent, turn back to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, follow the ways of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. You know, if you're in them Christian church, get out of them places, right? And those faithful aquats out there that are doing the right thing, or they keep doing all the thing, girl. Keep doing all the thing. Anyway. Alright, and that goes back to even, as I say, I'm going to read up to verse. Let me read from 12 here. Right? First Timothy 2:12. "But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence." Right? And that's to show you how all the women supposed to actually be. Or they have to be in silence, or they have to learn in silence. Right? All you women out there who like to run around behind the alpha male, the so-called alpha male, who is the one all they feel that could really protect all of them, is not the alpha male. That is them in the world. Them in this world. Right? Them in this world. The real alpha male is the men of the Lord. Because we don't stand for shit and them kind of thing. If we follow, all the women just want a man of the Bible, but when all they really get a man of the Bible, all they don't want to be the woman of the Bible. Right? The way all is supposed to actually be, all they don't want to be that. But guess what? Yahweh Hashem is sending back his son, Yahweh Shai, and his angels to put back order in this place. And they are right around the corner. So if it is all you don't want to listen and listen well, all I have to say, all you in for a rude awakening. You understand? Right? This verse 13. For Adam was born first, but for Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Right? So that's just to show you how the order is supposed to actually be. Right? The order have to be Yahweh is above, then it have Yahweh Shai, then it have man, then it have woman, then it have children, then it have the creeping things on the earth, which is the animals and so forth, right? And we pull out some more scriptures there quick. I'm gonna try to kind of cut down this thing here. You go to Ecclesiasticus again. This is Ecclesiasticus 25 and 24. Yeah. Of the woman came beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Right? And that goes back to where to what I was talking about with that goes back to where the serpent and them he beguiles Eve Salakia, right? He beguiled Eve, right? And he taught Eve all these different things, right? And then Eve was deceived. But because Eve was deceived, she is the weaker vessel, right? She was always the weaker vessel, right? Which you all women are the weaker vessel, right? Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die, right? I will go to Romans real quick here. Romans 1 and 22, and it reads, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, right? And changed the glory of the uncorruptible power into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds and four-footed beasts and creepy things, right? Wherefore powers also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own heart, right? And that's things that they went through. You understand? They went through that. They rushed to, Eve rushed to the lust and whatnot to her own heart, and this also goes into the Hebrew Israelites, right? The whole nation, right? To dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who change the truth of power into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause power gave them unto veil affliction, for even their own women they change the nature, so like the nature use into that which is against nature. Salakia, I'm going to read over that part. For even their women, they change the natural use into that which is against nature. And what is against nature, what these women does do, is the feminist movement they does be pushing. This masculinity they does, a woman does have, you know, the kind of, you know, they are, that is against their nature, right? Because woman, only woman, that is not only a lot, that is not the way all is supposed to be, right? All is supposed to be humble and meek, all is supposed to wear certain apparels, dresses, you know, long garments, nothing tight on all like them pants and them thing, right? As I'm speaking about that, let me get the script here there. Alright, let me get it here. This is Deuteronomy 22 and 5, and it reads, the woman shall not wear that which appeareth pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, right? Because when a man put on a woman's garment, what is a woman's garment? When a man put on a dress, you know, yeah, what you think you're calling him there, right? You're calling him one of them rainbow people, right? Same thing, vice versa. A woman is not to wear what is pertaining unto a man, right? Because it's the same thing. She will have that when, so like when a man wear what a woman apparel on him, you see a different vibe on him. You see a different spirit on him, right? He can get on just like a woman. But when a woman wear what is pertaining onto a man, how the woman act? You understand what I'm saying? The woman act like a man. She have that feminist, that not feminist but masculine vibe, that masculine spirit on her, right? And then that feminist way she will come out with after, right? She have all right and all this shit and all that rule, and you know, it's a pack of nonsense, right? And all these things is going, it lead back to Esau Edom, that he brought these things on all here, make all here follow him with his bullshit, right? That's why we living in this queendom, and we always pray every day for this queendom to fall, and that is coming, right? You hear that, Esau Edom? That is coming. Salakia. Right, so let me get our next scripture there quick. This is Proverbs. This is Proverbs 3 and 5, and it reads, trust in Yahweh with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding, right? So you woman and them, or they don't lean on their own understanding, that prideful, dotish way, or they just be getting on and thing. When a man of the Lord speak to all and letting all you know where all they going off, all you better understand, right? Repent and turn back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. You know, you acknowledge Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and Yahweh Hashem Yahushai will direct your path, right? Because you all women and them, I'm going to get a scripture here again about all you, right? Because I will read out this, and all you ask yourself if this ain't true, because some of them might laugh at it, right? Some of them might laugh like if it's a joke, but it's not a joke. You know, this is serious. And we take this work serious, right? It reads here, Isaiah 3 and 16. Moreover, Yahweh said, because the daughter of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks, with and wanton eyes, meaning they're always looking, right? And all their neck stretched out like, all your like all your feel all your on top. That stupid way all you just be getting on with. You can't walk up to a woman now and talk to her because she always feels she above a man. Whatever she say goes, which is a set of fucking shit, right? Right? And walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing, and they walking and mincing as they go, and making tinkling with their feet, right? Walking and swinging all your waist left and right and taking all yourself up, wearing certain apparel on all your, jewelry, you know, short skirt. As you bend, you must see something, all them kind of thing. Those things is not of the Lord, those things is things for your men, it's for your husband to see alone, not for other men to see. When you walk in the street, you're walking through town, you're walking through any city to buy, you're walking a store, you're wearing these new apparels that they be selling. If you notice that Esau Edom owning basically all the clothing that you see, women clothing that you see going around the place, they have a lot of influence on that. Where it is they created certain clothing for women, right? And basically letting women wear certain apparel and letting them know, well, yeah, that's the flick for this summer, When it's winter time, only wearing certain clothing. When it's summer, you have to wear something more skimpy. You're showing a lot of flesh. You're showing a lot of cleavage. As I say, you're walking and as you bend over, the breeze blow, everything fly up and you're seeing everything. And only women only like them kind of thing, only like that attention, right? That is off. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shine not working around all your people. He don't be with all you, right? And that's just to show you what it is that how I was talking about there, right? I'm gonna just read down. I'm gonna just read down a certain part here. This is verse 17. Therefore, Yahweh, the Lord Yahweh Shai, will smite with his scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, will discover their secret parts. Right? And that is something that is going to come to all here. You see this part, therefore the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, will smite the scab, the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion. You see that? He coming on with great wrath. He coming on today with Esau Edom and a lot of you two-third women. You two-third women actually going to fucking get it. Or they're going to get it. Right? And Yahweh will discover their secret parts. I'm going to go to verse 18. And that day, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, right? And that's like a shoe and all them. All they understanding because all they just play dumb, right? And their claws, your long nails, your fake nails and all that fucking shit, all they just be putting on, right? And all they feel all there's some kind of thing, right? And their wrong tires like the moon, right? the chains of the top of the bracelets and the mufflers, right? The bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, right? The rings, the nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel and the mantles and the mantles and the wimples and the crimson pins, the glasses and the fine lens and the hoods and the veils. And it shall come to pass, right, that instead of sweet smell there shall be stink, right? And these things coming in Jacob trouble, right? These things is coming right these things right around the corner. These things is right around the corner, because you're seeing everything going up. You're seeing all the prices going up. You're seeing things, a lot of things. They're saying they don't have certain things in stock again, and they don't even know when they're getting it back, which is a bunch of lies, but they're holding things back, right? Because these things had to come, right? These things had to come, right? Instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink, right? And instead of griddle, a rent, and instead of the set here, boldness, right? You woman go only gonna feel real thing only gonna feel. And instead of a stomach, a salakia, and instead of a stomach, a griddle, a grinding of sackcloth and burning instead of beauty, right? Seeing things that all you're going on face here, thy men shall fall by the sword, right? Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy might in the war, right? A lot of you all are going to lose all your husbands, right? Or they're going to lose all their husbands. And her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon ground. Right? And that's straight on point, eh? That's straight on point, because a lot of those things gonna start to happen. A lot of those things gonna start to happen. You woman and them, well, you gotta face some kind of things, eh? I'll be feeling sorry for them, because I have faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And we, after we learned this truth, we had to keep pushing and pushing and pushing this truth out there on the four corners of the earth to warn you all Hebrew Israelites, male and female, about what is to come. Because Yahweh Bashim Yahushai let us know that we have to warn all this from him. Right? Right? Let me see if it have anything else to bring out here. Alright. I'm gonna go back to Genesis and 2:19. Right? And out of the ground. No, it's not this one. Salakia. Which one it is? And Isaac, this is Genesis 24 and 67, and Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent and took, as we went back in the other, earlier on in the video, we look up the meaning of took in the Blue Letter Bible, and we saw marry, right? And he took, which means marry, Rebecca, and she became his wife, right? And he loved her, and Isaac was conformed after his mother's death, right? Now, this other scripture here, this is Ecclesiasticus again, 36 and 24, and it reads, he that getteth a wife begetteth a possession, right? A help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest, right? You get a possession. What is a possession? Possession is ownership. You get something to own, right? And that is what you women and them have to understand, right? He that getteth a wife, he is what? He is a man, he is a male, he is not a female, right? He is a man, right? He that getteth a wife, right? The wife is a woman, right? Begetteth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest, right? So clear as day there. It clear as day to let all you know that all you off, all your women off, all your women have to turn back. All you had to stop all that stupid pride and all that shit all you just come on with, right? All you had to stop that. So let me see, I don't think I have anything else right now. The video done kind of long already, right? So I might make a part 2 or just a little continuation. It might be long, but yeah. Well, I will end it here, right? I hope this lesson was edifying to you, right? I'd like to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakahakadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great milestone. Peace and salutation to the fully elect. This is your brother Ahmad Bayan coming to you with another came to you again with another edifying video. Lord willing, you all get this, and Lord willing, all you understand, right? You women, all you understand, right? And a bad ball destruction unto Babylon. Shalom.